Welcome back. You know, we have very interesting foundations in the city of Long Beach. Today we have a very special foundation, not necessarily made up of people that volunteer their time, but these people do volunteer their time, but they're professionals that are helping an element of our society that is needy and really needs the type of expertise they have. And that's the Long Beach Bar Foundation. And today we have Carolyn Bell, who's the executive director, and Leonard Metzik, who is an attorney and one of their board members. And it's very interesting, Carolyn, all of the things that I've heard throughout the years. I think I first heard the word shortstop.
Right.
And so that was the first time I knew that there was an association made up of skilled professionals that were working to help our youth.
Right.
And so you tell us about it. What is the Long Beach Bar Foundation? What's it made up of?
We are a juvenile crime diversion program, and it's designed to help at-risk youth, and we service youth between the ages of 10 and 17. And the purpose is to divert them away from a life of delinquency. So it's a juvenile crime diversion and prevention program where we teach law-related education, and we help young people realize the consequences of the decisions that they're making today.
Are the young people that you work with, have they had a problem that's been brought to the court's attention?
Right.
And that's how you get them?
Yes.
And so that they really have a reason to talk with you,
right.
and not just because of the knowledge, but because that they're really requested to.
Right. Well, most of the kids come to our program because they've been cited for something. It could range from petty theft to fighting to graffiti, tagging, vandalism, to selling drugs or using drugs.
So they have appeared in the court.
It's a little bit different now. In 2012, they would go through a court process, and that's where they actually closed the juvenile traffic courts in 2012, where we had referees that would recommend a community-based organization through the courts. But in 2012, when they closed the juvenile traffic courts, the citations went to probation. So now, if a police officer were to cite someone, the citations go through probation, and then they're referred back to our program.
And your program is?
The Short Stop program, yes. And so when they come to our program, and if they complete the program, it satisfies the need for the citation. So there's a motivation for them to come. Are the parents
involved with this too?
Yes, we require the parents to attend the program as well. And it's taught at the Long Beach Courthouse by attorneys. We have a few judges. We have principals of local schools, law enforcement. We have Coast Guards on board, and professionals that volunteer their time to help make a difference.
And how long is their study?
They attend 2 3.5 intensive sessions at the Long Beach Courthouse, and the parents, like I said, are required to attend as well.
So they attend two 3-hour sessions.
Right.
And parents go with them.
Right.
And in this, they are taught what it means to do a better job of their life.
To be incarcerated as well.
Yeah, I know.
That
was the word, but I'm coming to you in a minute, Leonard.
We walk them through the whole process of what it would be like if they were to actually enter into the system. So just to tell you a little bit more about it is...
When you say enter into the system, you mean do it again?
Yes, actually go through the court process.
Okay.
And then maybe be sentenced or be sent away or that whole process. So we walk them through that, and when they first get there, we take away their property. They're suited in a jumpsuit. They're given a number for the evening. They sit in the jury box. The parents sit in the audience. And the attorneys call on them and hot seat them is what we call it, where they actually go over the reasons that they've been referred to the program. They find out if there's been any behavior issues at home, any issues at school. And then they learn.
Can parents talk at that too? Or
Absolutely. The attorneys will ask the parents, to confirm certain things and to elaborate. And so the young people are actually standing up in front of a crowd and their peers talking about what they've been referred to the program for. Wow. They also get a taste of the holding cell. They go downstairs to the holding cell where they're inside the cage and the parents are in there as well. And we have volunteers that share their struggle as to what it was like for them when they were in the system and how they're making it in the world since they've been out.
That's wonderful. And Leonard, you've been part of it for years.
I have.
You're a board member.
Right.
You're a lawyer.
I am. Past president, and I'm an instructor as well. So
okay.
it's been a long haul, but I've seen a lot of progress. And really what this does is get the kids a taste of what it would be like if they decide on a life of crime, what it's going to be like when they are an accused in a courtroom. And this is sort of like a trial run. If you recall if you recall the old Scared Straight, this is the modern version with a lot more bells and whistles and a lot more to it. They not only get a taste of what it's like to be locked up for a little while, but they are held accountable to discuss the reasons they made the decisions they made and why they should do things differently. So it's interactive with the parents and the kids. They're given homework assignments. Yes. They're given a lot of work to do in 2 weeks.
Wow.
And most of the parents find there's a tremendous change in attitude at the end of the 2-week period.
Wow, I bet. It's a wake-up call.
Yes.
Right.
A real wake-up call for the parents, too.
Oh, yeah.
So most of them have never been in a courtroom before. They don't know what it's like to be a juvenile defendant, let's say. And this gives them an opportunity to try it out, so to speak, so they can decide whether this is for them or not.
And did I read someplace where it's taken off their record if they go through this?
Correct.
Right.
That's what diversion means. It means if they complete it successfully, they're diverted outside of the system.
Kind of like your auto ticket you might get.
Kind of like a get-out-of-jail-free card, maybe,
Yeah.
but one time only. And they only get one opportunity. And these are minimal, low-level first offenders, by and large, that we want to get to. And we've seen...
First offenders?
You're right.
Yes, that's the goal, to get them on their first offense. The earlier we reach them, the better. And sometimes parents are concerned that it may be something really minor, but the goal is to teach young people that not to break the law on the smallest scale, because if you start with something small, it could eventually end up being something larger. So we try and get them on the first offense, and then help them to realize the importance of staying on the right side of the law, even when it's at a small scale.
Absolutely. Well, I bet parents learn more than they do almost.
They do. Parents learn a lot.
It's a group effort. It's a family effort.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
the parents have to participate, in fact, in the...
Both parents?
Well, at least one, sometimes two. We see a lot of problems with the situation where there is only one parent, unfortunately, but at least it's a parent that's there with the child and willing to go through the homework assignments. So they have their own assignments as well. That is, the parents do.
And how long has Shortstop been going on?
Wow.
20 years in Long Beach.
Yes.
We brought it to Long Beach from Orange County. We borrowed their version back in the early 90s. Some members of the Long Beach Bar had the foresight to go down and look at it, and then we adopted it with the help of the LA County District Attorney's Office initially, and then the Bar Foundation took it over, and we have implemented it in Long Beach, and now our version is being copied by other jurisdictions in the area. So we've been around a long time.
And do they, I had a question that would just, all of a sudden it just left me, but you've seen hundreds.
Thousands.
Thousands.
So like how many would be in a class?
So in a good year, there would be anywhere between 15 to 20 in a class, and we run 3 departments a night. So we
3 classes.
We could do 45, 50 kids.
3 3-hour classes?
Yes.
Wow.
It's once a week, and then they come back in 2 weeks, the 2-week interval being used to complete their homework assignments. So we've actually seen, because I practice criminal law and including juvenile law, we've seen a slight downtick
Do you
in
have a
juvenile
follow-up
defense.
so you know how these students have done? Do you have a good story of somebody that you remember that was tried for something? And
well, we do know that about 85% of the children that successfully complete the program do not come back into the system for at least 1 year. So there's a very low recidivism rate, and we have had a number of young men and women who have come back to us at events that we've held, say fundraising events, and they've spoken to our group, to the audience, and explained how Shortstop impacted their life and how they've now gone on to graduate from high school. They're on their way to college, and they still remember it as being a life-changing event.
Oh, that's marvelous.
So we've had a number of them.
We just had a young girl that was ticketed for solicitation, and she went through the Shortstop program years ago, and she went on to college, and she's working at the Long Beach Airport, or Los Angeles Airport now. And she called the office and said, you know, I want to talk to the instructor that worked with me years ago.
Oh my.
She really changed my life. And the thing that she thought was really unique is that the instructor saw beyond the cover. A lot of young people, it's a cover,
it's
you know, they're tough.
Mm-hmm.
And so she saw beyond that, and she actually visited her at the home and found out that there was a reason in her family that caused her to be out on the streets. And the information that she shared with her really made a difference. And this was the young lady that shared her testimony at our golf tournament this year, and there wasn't a dry eye in the room at all.
Oh, isn't that
so it was
something?
very moving that she was able to pull her life together and credit some of that back to
to
us.
How do you, is there a monetary function? Does the foundation raise funds to?
Oh yes,
we do that. Carolyn is instrumental in
that's
that.
what you do, Carolyn.
Right.
Well, we apply for grants, and Carolyn has been successful in getting us grant approval on many levels. We seek donations from the community. We charge a nominal fee to the families who participate in the program if they can afford it. If not, we're willing to waive it. But
That's
it's a constant process of trying to raise money to pay for the minimal staff that we staff that we have.
Well, I know you have another program that is more recent than Shortstop, and that's your anger management.
Oh yes.
Is it juvenile?
Juvenile anger management. We call it JAM.
JAM. Okay, and we haven't got much more time, so tell me real quick, what is that?
So we noticed that a lot of young people that were coming through the program were angry. Angry at their parents, angry in general, and they were acting out through fighting and maybe being defiant in the home. And we thought that...
Or maybe that's the way the home is.
And that's the way the home is. But one of the things we do is we try to teach young people that if you work within the family, you can create a healthier environment, and for them to take a look at themselves. So we came up with a program called Juvenile Anger Management, and Boeing gave us a huge grant to initiate the program.
Wonderful.
So we created this really Zen-like environment, and it's a group session, and the young people that are exhibiting anger learn how to identify their triggers, to find a way to manifest it in a positive way.
And to be calm.
To be calm.
Yeah.
We have yoga, and they track their anger issues, and they learn that anger is okay, but that they have to find a positive way.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Right.
I think a lot of people jumping for adults.
Really? Well, the parents come too, and the parents,
right?
It was designed for the kids, and the parents started saying, we want to stay
wonderful.
around, what can you offer?
There's so much to talk about.
There's
I'm so
so
sorry
much.
that we have to cut this off, but thank you very much for
You're
being
very
here.
welcome.
It's been an
Our pleasure. Thanks for
eye-opener, and I
having
hope
us.
a lot of people recognize what a good job this is.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
very much.
And thank you very much for watching. And aren't these wonderful things that you're finding out? The city is filled with people that want to make it better and make it better for our youth. Thank you for watching.